He called me a wet blanket for refusing to wear a vulgar sweater for his family's tradition, but my ultimatum exposed him as the real coward. Plus an update. My boyfriend and I have been dating for a few months, and he invited me to meet his family for the first time for Christmas dinner. According to him, it's his brother's family tradition to make new partners wear an ugly Christmas sweater of their choosing. He has 3 brothers, by the way. He called it a rite of passage for entering the family. At first, I thought the concept was cute. I had imagined things like Santa getting stuck in a chimney, or sweaters with lights and bells. But when they mailed me the sweater, my jaw dropped. It was probably the most vulgar Christmas sweater I have ever seen. Without getting into too much detail, let's just say that Santa was making gestures and participating in an act that was definitely not okay for children to see. I personally thought it was gross, and it was bad enough that if someone at work saw me wear it, I would definitely get in trouble. I told my boyfriend that there was no way I would wear this, but he said I was being a wet blanket and unsupportive of his family tradition. I said I would wear any other sweater and would even pay for one myself, but he just called me a spoilsport. I do love my boyfriend, so I actually considered wearing it and just asking people not to take photos as a compromise. But on the day of the party, I decided last minute not to wear it. I had to drive separately from work, so my boyfriend didn't know about my decision beforehand. When his brother opened the door, he eyed me up and down, and I could tell he wasn't happy that I didn't wear the sweater. My boyfriend was really pissed when he saw me, and we argued in the guest room for a little bit. His brothers teased me for being uptight, and I could tell the jokes were embarrassing my boyfriend. I ended up leaving the party early without him, and we've been fighting via text ever since. Now I'm thinking that maybe I was the asshole for taking the joke too seriously. Update, I really appreciate everyone who took the time to message me. After reading your comments, I really thought long and hard about my boyfriend's family and whether or not I wanted to be with a partner who wouldn't respect my boundaries. We got in one final fight when he nagged me to apologize to each of his brothers separately. I told him that if he wore the sweater they bought me to our friend's Miss Party, which had about 15 to 20 people attending, then I would apologize. He immediately freaked out and said no. He tried to argue that our friends wouldn't understand because it's not their tradition. I explained that it had nothing to do with tradition, but rather with my personal comfort level and whether or not the sweater was an appropriate article of clothing. I asked him why he felt uncomfortable wearing the sweater in front of friends, and he refused to answer. He just froze up, and that's when I realized it wasn't going to work out. He knew that it was inappropriate, and he himself refused to wear it in public. Yet he was too stubborn to apologize and be on my side. I told him it wasn't going to work out, so I guess I'm going into the New Year single as a Pringle. A few friends found out about the breakup already, and this might have made me the asshole now, but I sent them the photo of the sweater and explained what happened. I'm also glad to know that even people in real life were grossed out. I don't know what will happen with his friendships with those people, but it's none of my business at this point. Thanks, guys, and happy holidays.